Hey guys, you're watching Z1 and Only. My name is AJ, and we are back on another episode of Useful Redstone. And this episode is a little bit different. We're doing ideas for adventure maps. You guys have been sending me in some messages saying that you had an adventure map, or you have an adventure map, but you're not quite sure on some redstone. You want to get some stuff done. So I've got the most popular sort of ideas, and I've made them for you in a very, very simple way. So the first one here is the redstone is broken here, so we're just using these two levers for now. But if we flick one of the levers, the door doesn't open. And if we flick the other lever, the door still doesn't open. But if we have both the levers on, the door's open. So you could have like one on one side of a room and one on the other side of the room. And your co-op partner has to go that way, and you have to go that way. And both levers have to be flicked to progress into the next level. Or you can have it so that there's more than two levers, like this, and now all of the levers need to be down for the door to open. Ta-da! Like that. So this is very, very simple. This is just a lever on a block with a torch on the back, redstone leading all the way down. You then invert the signal before you go underneath the door. So underneath the door is on when all the levers are down. But if not all the levers are down, the redstone signal is powered by at least one of these torches, because the lever's up, and then is inverted so it's off so the door's not open. So that's the first really simple way to be able to make a little puzzle to be able to progress to the next room. Our second one, you guys were asking about how to do like a lava bridge or a lava parkour. So a lava bridge would work in the same way as what I've got set up here. An impassable lava field here, you can't get past, and yet you flick the lever and suddenly there is now platforms set up here to be able to parkour across. So this is very, very simple as well. This is just obviously a lever on here. The redstone signal goes down. Underneath here the redstone leads to a piston. No! No! Whew, we fixed it. It's all good. Don't worry about it. There we go. It's all fixed again, see? And it goes over to the second one, which is down there, and the third one, which is here. So you can see the piston here. There's a piston there. I'm not going to go any further. But once the lever's flicked off, all the pistons are down and you can't cross it. So I don't think I really need a tutorial on this either. This is very, very simple to be able to do. And if you want to make it into a lava bridge, you would just put pistons all the way along. Something you can do, though, as a cool effect, is put some repeaters down. Let's have one repeater on that one. Let's have two repeaters on that one. And then let's have three repeaters on maximum delay on this one. So now when we flick the lever, they'll come up at different times. Chug, chug, chug. So like that. So that's a little bit cooler. I think that looks a little bit cooler. You guys can sort of do what you want with it, but yeah, I like that idea. And the third idea, we shall sleep away the night, get it back bright again, is the last one. Now this is a little bit more complicated, but looks really, really cool. Let's get rid of that. So we've got a little bit of a puzzle here. We've got start here and a diamond block, and then we've got finish. And we've got three buttons, and depending on what button we press, activates a different set of levers, a different set of pistons. So you could have more than three pistons. You could have as many as you want, but we can do the first one. Then does the second button do anything? No, that doesn't move it. The third one, yeah, and then the first one again, and then we saw the second one pulls those up, so we hit that one, and then the third one, and then the second one to push it up again. Now I know the combination here, but if you had more buttons and more pistons and had this as a big wall thing, it would be so cool, especially if you have ways to go wrong, and you'd have to pull them all the way back again. Is it number one? No, it's number three. Then number one, and the door's still shut. Look, and then when we hit number three, and then number one, I think it is. Yeah, comes up and the door opens. Now that the block is in the finished position. There we go. I got it. So very, very simple to do here. We've got the three repeaters coming out of the back, and this sort of separates the three leads. In fact, you don't need that second repeater there if you didn't want it. You could have that as a piece of redstone that did the same thing. But that's sort of separated the leads out. And then we've got one lead going that way, one lead going under there, and a third one going around here. And then we've got a collection of either normal pistons or sticky pistons. I know these bottom ones here, there's a sticky piston there and a sticky piston there, and one there. So with a combination of pushing and pulling the diamond block hooked up to the different leads, so lead number 1 goes up to that piston, and it also goes up here all the way over to this piston and this piston, and then it goes up there to that piston there, and then our second lead comes through to here, and this goes only into these two pistons, the two ones that push up, and then our third lead does the rest. So the third lead comes up, it goes into that one, it goes up into that one, and it goes up into that one, but then it also comes up here underneath the little tunnel here to that one. So this is fairly simple to do. Fairly simple to do. It looks a little bit complicated, but it really isn't. Let me show you a small example here. Let's get some pistons and some redstone. Let's get a torch, repeater, some buttons. We use a block here, and that should be alright. So let's have a go here. We have a piston here, a block here. We can do this even on the floor, look. So there, and that pushes it to there, and then that pushes it down to there. So let's make it so the end goal is here. Let's put a diamond block here. That's where we want to get it to, and that's what we're moving. So we need to get it onto there. So fairly simple to do. We get our 3 buttons. Boop, boop, boop. We do this design that you saw a minute ago. 1, 2, 3. Right, and now they're all split up. We can make this third button go into that one. Let's make this second one go into that piston. And then let's make this one split off this way so it doesn't connect. And go straight into that one. And then we'll make... let's make this third one do that one as well. So now we can push the buttons. Nope, not that one. There we go. And then we saw the first one move with that one. And then, is it that one? No, it's this one. No, it's meant to be that one. Why isn't that one moving? Look at that. Ah, I see. Yes, because this piston is moving as well, and they're blocking each other off, look. Okay, so we can fix this in 2 ways. We can either hook this redstone piston up to, like, number 1, or you can put a repeater in. Now, we don't know if this is enough. Let's try it now. Chug, chug. There we go. So now it's over the end here. So that way you can actually make a block move more than one block, like in a series of pistons in only one move, which is really cool. So then to get this to actually activate something once you're over it is easier when it's on the floor like this than when it's up in the air like this. When it's on the floor, below it, you'll put a torch. Not that low. Put a torch like that, and then have your output. So then we can have this to a door here. So then once the block goes over it, let's do this again. Nope, not that one. Number 1, then that one to finish off, and the door opens up. So it's quite easy to do. When you've got it up here, I've got it a different way. So I've got a torch and then a repeater going into the block when it's at its finished position, and then that powers the block and brings the redstone signal down. When the block's not there, it's not powered, so the door's not open. But when it is there, the signal can then be carried through. When you've got pistons next to each other like this, you need to put repeaters. As you can see, I've got repeaters in front of every single piston, apart from this one here, but in front of all the pistons I've got a repeater, and it keeps the redstone signals from tangling up. Like if I had it down here, look, they would tangle up, they would join up. So instead you put a repeater there to make sure that they're going into the right one. Same as if I had it up here. Now we've got them connected up to 2 different ones, which makes it very complicated. Instead you just need them like that. But yeah, it's fairly simple to do, not really any real trouble. If you're going over things, make sure that the redstone signal isn't joining up together. And if you've got redstone signals going above a torch like here, you see, I've got a torch here. If I had a piece of redstone here, it would be powered constantly, but we don't want that. So instead we take that away, we put a repeater on top, and now this torch isn't powering this block to power the redstone. Instead it's just powering the block, but that doesn't power the repeater. So yeah, couple of little easy builds. They take a little bit of work to do, especially these ones take a little bit of work to work out. This is vertical wiring, but once you've got this understood, it should be very, very simple to do. But you don't really need vertical wiring. You can take this away and have this as a staircase going up. Take that away. Like so. Not like that. Like that. There we go, and then we've got no vertical wiring, instead it just weaves up. I just used vertical wiring just to keep it a little bit more compact. But yeah, that's going to do it for this episode. Some little ideas for you to get some inspiration from. I can't wait to see what you guys think up with. If you guys build any of these, like if you build a bigger version of that, or a bigger version of this, or make this into a really nice looking design, tweet them to me. My Twitter is in the description below. Follow me on Twitter and tweet me your pics, or tweet me your videos of these designs, what you've done with these designs, and I'd love to see them. It'd be really cool. I think this one would be really cool with a glass floor. So if you had this like as a floor, like in a 20 by 20 area, and you had the buttons above and you were standing on top of the glass, like this, fly, damn you. So you had a big wall of glass, big floor of glass like this, and you were standing on top of it, and you had to actually move it by pressing buttons and having a look and stuff like that. I think that would be really cool. Or you could have it like this, so it's on the wall and you've got to move them across. But yeah, that's going to do it for this episode. If you enjoyed it, hit that like button. If you haven't already, please subscribe, and we shall see you in the next episode. Bye!